Welcome to our library system. This library system is presented by Team Aero today, June 2, 2023, and it is presented to our professor, Professor Addison Tejano. Welcome to the documentation for the library system. This document provides an overview of the library system, its features, and how to use it effectively. The library system is a comprehensive software solution designed to streamline and automate library management processes. It assists librarians and library staff in efficiently managing the library's resources, such as books, as well as providing services to library patrons. Our objectives: first, efficient resource management. The library system aims to streamline and optimize the management of library resources, including books, media, and other materials. This includes cataloging, organizing, and maintaining an up to date inventory of resources. Second is user friendly access and search. The system strives to provide users with a user friendly interface for easy access to library resources. It should allow users to search for books and other materials based on various criteria such as title, author, subject, or book ID. Third is seamless borrowing and return process. The library system aims to simplify and automate the borrowing and return process for library users. It should facilitate smooth check-in and check-out procedures. Fourth is user account management. The system should enable users to create and manage their accounts efficiently. This includes user registration, authentication, and the ability for users to view their borrowing history, update personal information, and manage preferences. Fifth, we have administrative tools and efficiency. The system should provide librarians and staff with administrative tools to manage user accounts, configure system settings, and perform necessary tasks efficiently. Last, we have user satisfaction and engagement. The library system aims to enhance our satisfaction by providing a convenient and seamless experience. It should promote user engagement through features like personalized recommendations, interactive interfaces, and the ability to provide feedback or reviews. By achieving these objectives, the library system database projects aims to streamline and administrative processes, improve data accuracy, enhance collaboration among librarians and students, and ultimately contribute to a more efficient and effective educational environment. Entity relationship, or the ER diagram. The following ER diagram represents the entities, relationships, and attributes of the student in the Student Information System, or the SIS. Cardinality and participation constraints. The relationship of student and record is 1 is to 1. A student can borrow multiple books, but each borrow is associated with only one student. Participation of the student ID entity is mandatory in borrowing a book. The relationship of admin and record is 1 to many. An admin, also known as the librarian, can issue and receive multiple books. Participation of the admin ID entity is the issuer is as the issuer is mandatory in every record. Last one, the relationship of book and record is 1 is to 1. A book can be borrowed depending on availability, but each record is associated with only one book. Participation of the book ID entity is mandatory in every record. Here we have the database design. Database schema. Based on the ER diagram, the final schema design for the library system database includes the following tables. For the admin, we have admin ID as the primary key and unique identifier for each librarian. The name, of course, it's the name of the librarian. The user, it's a username used by librarian as login credentials. Password, password used by librarian as login credentials. Email, email address of the librarian. Photo, personal photo of librarian used as display picture. Notes, a personalized note of librarian used as a reminder. Here we have the book. For the book ID, it's a primary key, of course, and it's a unique identifier for each book. The title, it's the title of the book. Author, author of the book. Available copies, it's the available copies of the book. Next, we have student. Student ID, it's a primary key as well. Unique identifier for each student. Name, name of the student. Course, course of the student. Section, section of the student. And email, email address of the student. For the record, we have ID as the primary key. It's a unique identifier for each borrow record. Book ID, which is a foreign key, references the book ID in the book table. Stud ID, foreign key, references the book ID in the book table. Sorry, for the foreign key. For the stud ID, it references the student ID in the book table. Sorry for the typo here. Forgot to edit it. So for the issuer, it's a foreign key, references the admin ID in the admin table. Borrow date, of course, is the date of borrow. Due date, due, due date of borrow. Return to, it's a foreign key, references the admin ID in the admin table. Return date, date of return. Status, status of borrow. Remarks, remarks of the librarian. Table definitions. For the admin, we have admin ID for it's an integer, a primary key, and an auto increment. Of course, for the user, name, password, and email, we use varchar 100 for this. And for the user, it's a unique key as well. For the photo, it's long blob. And notes, it's text. For the book, book ID, it's an integer, a primary key, and an auto increment. Title and author, it's a varchar 100. Available copies, integer. Student, student ID is an integer, primary key, and auto increment. Name, course, section, and email, it's all varchar 100. Constraints. To maintain data integrity and enforce rules within the database, the following constraints are applied. Primary key constraints on student ID in the student table, admin ID in the admin table, book ID in the book table, and ID in the record table. Unique key constraint on users in the admin table. Foreign key constraints on book ID in the record table, referencing book in the book table. Foreign key constraint on student ID in the record table, referencing student ID in the student table. Foreign key constraint on issuer in the record table, referencing admin ID in the admin table. Foreign key constraint on returned to in the record table, referencing admin ID in the admin table. These constraints ensures that the primary keys are unique and that the relationships between tables are maintained accurately. Data dictionary. Table descriptions. For admin, this table stores information about librarians and provides them admin access. For the structure of this the admin table consists of the following attributes. It's admin ID, name, user, password, email, photo, and notes. Second is book. The purpose. This table holds details about the book offered by the library. Structure. The book table consists of the following attributes: book ID, title, author, and available copies. Third one, student. Purpose. This table stores information about students enrolled as a member of the library. Structure. The student table consists of the following attributes: student ID, name, course, section, and email. Fourth, record. Purpose. This table stores information about the borrowed transaction of books in the library. Structure. The record table consists of the following attributes: ID, book ID, stud ID, issuer, borrow ID, due, return to, return date, status, and remarks. Attribute definition. For admin, of course, this is the same as earlier. You can just see here for the admin. Here it is. Attribute definitions for the book. Here's the attribute definitions for the student. Here's the attribute definitions for record. And here we have sample data. Here is the sample data for admin. Next, we have book. For the third one is student. Fourth is record. The sample data provided above illustrates how the tables are populated with information. It showcases librarians' details in the admin table, book offered in the book table, students' details in the student table, and the borrow records in the record table. Query examples. Retrieve book information. Select all from book where book ID is equals to 10, and here is the output. Examples for query: retrieve student information. Query examples for retrieve issued book by the librarian. Query examples for count the number of books borrowed by each student, and here is the output. Report examples. Overdue borrowed book. This report displays the borrowed books that is overdue. Book availability. This report shows availabilities of each books. Borrow records. This report provides an overview of all borrowed transactions of books. These examples demonstrate the flexibility and functionality of the library system database by showcasing various queries and report generation possibilities. The specific queries and reports can be customized according to the requirements and needs of the library using the system. So let's take a look at the library system. Of course, for the library system, we offer a wide range of features to simplify our library operations and enhance user experience. Here are some of its key features. Sign in and register. Let's take a look at the actual system. For the sign in and register, if you don't have an account yet, you can create by just typing in your name, username, password, and email address, and you can submit it here. And of course, it will go directly to the database. And once you have an account already, you can just click sign in and then just type your username and password. Let's try this one. Since I already have an account, I will just type in my username and password and click sign in. We are already on the home page of our database or our library system. Next, for the home page, in this home feature, users are presented with various options to explore and engage with the library system. First, that you can see in our library system is the profile picture. It allows the users to personalize their accounts. Here it is. Next one is the menu. Allows the users to navigate the program. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 menus on our homepage. We also have the tracker above. The the pink one, it shows the available book. It shows you the numbers of available book in the library. The blue one, it shows the total number of students, and the green one, it shows the total number of book issued. Next, we have the calendar. It allows the users to track the date. We have a date here. Today is Friday, June 2. And of course, we have the date and time. It's an actual date and time. It's 7:50 p.m. And you can see it here. It's already 7:50 p.m. It's an actual date and time. And for the personal notes, it allows the users to create notes and save them in the database. It serves as a notepad. And even though you logged out, it will still be saved. Once you save it, you can still see it once you log in again. Let's say I will just type hello everyone. Then I will save it. Note successfully updated. And once I logged out and log in again, it's still there. Hello everyone. The next feature that we will tackle is the book management. It allows users to manage books. First, that you can see on our book management is the search field. It allows users to search books using the book ID, title of the book, and the author. You can just filter it here and then just type in the search bar in the search field. And then the next one, we have the data table. It provides the details of the book. Add button. Here it is. It will ask you to type in the title, the author, and the number of copies of the book that you would like to add. And of course, the refresh button. It allows users to refresh the data table. And we have an action button on the right side. The action button, it allows users to edit, delete, and view book. For the edit, you can edit the information of the book like the book ID, the title, and the author, and the number of copies, and you can just save it here. Next feature that we have is the student management. For the student management, allows the users to manage the students' details. Search field is the first one that you can see here. The search field, it allows users to search for students using their student ID or the name of the student. Of course, student ID, name, course, section, and email. And then just the same thing as the book management. You can see an add button here, a refresh button, and then the data table and the action table here. It's the same drill, but unlike earlier that we are editing or deleting and viewing the book details, right now we are editing, viewing, and deleting the details of the student. Let's go to issue a book. For issue a book, it allows users to issue a book for a student. The first that you can see is the student info. It allows users to see the information of the student you will issue the book. Here it is, and then issue a book and then book info. For the book info, it allows users to see the information of the book being issued. Let's try to search for a student ID 111304. That's my student ID. And then let's say the book information um I would like to borrow Java 101, and then here's the issue date and the due date. And as you can see, once I enter the student ID, the information of the student will come up here on the student info. And once I tap or type in the book info, the book info will pop up here. And then you can just click submit. The next one, we have the return book. The return book, it allows users to manage returned books. For the search field, same drill, it allows users to search for borrowed records using student numbers. Since um, we have three books that was borrowed, we can just see it here on the data table. And let's say the pragmatic programmer. Here's the details, the transaction ID, the book title, borrower, borrowed from, borrow date, due date, status, and remarks. And you can type in a remark here like damage or stolen or returned damage. And then after that, you can mark the book as returned. And the last we have is the borrow records. It's a history of all um, borrowed books. It displays the records of the borrowed transaction. So the first thing that you can see is same drill, the search field. It allows users to search records of borrowed books and filters by date. And then the data table, it displays the details of records of the borrowed books. Next, we have profile settings. It allows users to update their profile picture and edit their profile, which includes name, username, password, and email address. Here it is. You can change your photo here, like upload photo, and it will ask you to choose from your files. And I will not upload it. I will not change my profile picture. And then the last one, we have logout. It's as easy as other databases. It will just ask you if you are sure if you would like to log out, and you have an option to just click yes or no. So let's say yes, I would like to log out. It will pop you on the screen where you can sign in again. That's it. I hope you like our um, database or sorry, our library system. And I hope you learned about our library system and our database. The yeah, here's our group members. First, our leader is Mr. Aero James G. Rabago, and your secretary, yours truly, Mariel Joyan Perez, Joshua Allen Cantada, Emma Ascanio, Adrian Alejandro, Benedict Reyes, Isaac Soriano, Jeniel Itaas, Kenneth Abayon, and Eleanor Manlangit. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you like our video. Till our next um presentation. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.